I wanna share with you, and you can share with me. Come, let's share together. Oh, KTA Mobile, KTA Mobile. Technology worth sharing.
It's the future.
Ghana fue yedie na bayo yedie na bay Epestin fertilizer booster eye purely organic efrasa simu ene de massas no obo de ensa no pe na menu akayo se wudro bia nim enti se ode yafu a anya de aduaba no anase wo a wudi no benya soso bia na chese be ma kwaye aye decoration kane no a ebe fa na tuma pa e de afra na de ma Epestin edan so kra de se enema no wadua na ewuo na flowers ni aduaba na etiti guo no agya wadwo a se wudi Epestin kanu a ene tese magic no ebe ye prom fe na aso aba bebre anwadi mu pa eti se no kuafo ebenya sika ene anigye awo mabra bomu a na utimi se enya sam keto akra Epestin e amamomo piafo apanifo monfrɛ ahoman na monje nkyiremu ya ehye medie 0552 505723 ana plus 160 922 78043 Epestin fertilizer booster piao mama fiadwuma ayani kapa
making farming sexy again. Epestin, operation feed yourself. Epestin, plant your trees and crops.
Yo, what you for any Asha for Sabre? You better a obadi assessor, I any pena. And then so a juada said Yamunina Munimun, a juada be a yeshiamuse, and I just say a hanum ayed, and I say Jumadina, a papa Reverend D.N. Adjei, Washisha or the air brand, not just among us, Munim say a mu edu. Na an edie or Sadiana watch a chair mono or kayano. Sir, and or the Ebra a destiny mo. And I know, sir, you won't crofo more issues and questions around destiny. Into your best stress, sir, Ubaswa, but modern sa uba share video no said you wouldn't be said what down for be and Sabeka na or no sujumadi ebeye and faso at the man sounds on a yetram say following all the platforms no a Facebook YouTube. Any baby Arabia, Yadamunia to say Abribia Munya Emre at the mind. This upgrade and not just say Yabema a year Reverend Akwaba Eddie Abba a year Jumadius from Kungu Yeso.
Yeah, but you wait there. Major, so now I said I actually for so say, and you bring a Maya Domina Tertia. It's a team na building. And it's a team via say training near regular, a boy and my team near strong. It's good to say now attribute to me share na yedidi ehun komon kakra. Yamiado me about Ghana and things are working out just as we talked about. Enti yeda yamia say busuafo so that so about program so na we are still moving forward. Enti yamishra will be a anumre waba line so.
Yo, yada asbe enti atiefo so da munyina munimu Yansam and your best so modern so will be share. Sounds in the best so questions and as interaction bemwa and on a boa emergumadi and so it mean a conanim to your best obi biara obebasubia and from time to time and so yabe announce so and answer yabe come once some said uncle for bet me best Sunday a year or more comments any a be a question crown bet me best Sunday. It is already yada obi biara as a say when you emre ede amanti sabre Reverend emra nkrofo ashas yese omobaso yi mejemu ede amount na chese bibi biara enne no wahihya sronko a wode ebre no chese woni yen ewrem na omoba beka ho so a na chese bibi biara wo ho bia so no yede atoa so nti sabre de na chese yeda obi biara ase.
Yeah. Because there's a main sense it should be last week, we went back to our positivity codes. Our program here positivity. That is our main line so but once a while no. Yeah, na a persona drink on some of the topics. You say about boy na you achieve a positive lifestyle. And last week, now I say the power of positive thinking.
So,
I say the thinking sees the positive thinker sees the invisible. Nipa odwene be yi no niema eni ho no. He sees it. They are full dream say ni ho no. Ono de ohu. He feels and touches the invisible and intangible. Nti niema bi wo ho a obi so mo enye yi ono no de nam so ohu ne so clear on his eyes. It me so money. Because of that, in that person no begin to achieve the impossible. In the last week, we talked about 12 different points. We talked about activating the power of expectation, the power of your friends in the of faith. We talked about all those things. Last we had a good time. Now, said that we want to open up for a discussion now. Yɛdi nkɔmmɔ bi afa destiny home because topic bi wɔ ha ɛba ne escape but then we want to just have a discussion on it now. Next week share information and we able to see those two topics everywhere before we go on. Nti abusuafo ade a yɛfrɛ no destiny megidi sɛ yɛwɔ school no koraa na ebi ne mfa as ɔmo nickname me stay my first station Gabranti bo teacher ni bi o every destiny enti there nipa bebre associate with it, the Bible associate with it, culture associate with it, our basic understanding associate with it. Enti there was a here na itimi bobo ho me gidi se ebia na yenya nimdie na mbroswa se yebetimi ayi nsɛmisa bia yewo efa saa topic aye ka ho asemi na topic no twi no animu de meka se hyebre na de ntia meka animu ya no yekoye anim kakra mechire menti kojo enne said na meni udi kan I want questions, I want comments. I hope say by 15-20 minutes I can do something now. Yeah, we say for your team so that it becomes more meaningful now. Direction in our discussion. And destiny, this is how Oxford Dictionary will define destiny or say the events that will necessarily happen to a particular person or thing in the future. And Oxford Dictionary, I say Niema ABC I was say AC will be abrabom. And this nipa chrono onipa bi a once I see we should be no. Say you can't destiny say na Oxford Dictionary na oti ase say eniema bi wo wanim a etwa se ebam na ebam a ewo wanim it's something that ahead of you. In other words, this Oxford Dictionary or share destiny as a futuristic something. Intinya niema wo mu prempremu ana niema atwa mu nemu we niema eda wanim na eden etwen wo a etwa se ebemu na normally ya na mekọ Wikipedia kakra. Wikipedia ne say predetermined future which is general or of an individual. And for the next 5 minutes definition I'm a person the Wikipedia because so you see expressions I think that our basic understanding of what destiny is this Wikipedia short definition captures it. And so you see the word predetermined or you see the word future and or you see the word general and or you see the word individual. Because and it's someone 90 way say you define destiny and I say a per se a t-shirt bre asia na ye jaba akokra to a megidi say enti asia no e be chia kakra. And destiny number one predetermined opronika say prayer before na sa predetermined in a was say a tia say what is the time duration being and offering is a pray is it pre school age and I say pre marriage and I say pre something and can pray ebe and I said before ebe understanding should be very clear. Say enye ade bi say yehihye ansa na wako school there bi enya ade bi say yehihye ansa na waware But we talk about destiny. The understanding is that it is determined before you are born. Predetermined. Nti ya kan shabre ho asem a anasa ade a obroni efe ne destiny na. We are talking about some things bi wo ho a e was a bemu na sa niema e was a bemu in your lifetime no. E niema ye hihye no ansa na ye wo. So it's not like say oh bo obra no along the way and those things are programmed. No, they are programmed for your future. And number two, the second word for your future. For future means what is your future. And all the days after the day is the future you are coming to live out. Now definition cause a predetermined that say before say there are things that are determined, that are established there. What's say over ebitum. Now ansana yebeko the third and the fourth words in this definition. We say here pana name person me bo aseka ho asem no. I just want to as quick as possible yen shemu Bible ni di ho adanse. There are so many things in the Bible edi ho adanse say there's a sense of predestination. Culture editum, amamra editum, ye nananom tiase ehun se bibisa ewo ho. Enti wo hwe Jeremiah na onyame ani Jeremiah kasa no. Oka kire no say answer na onwene wo no. Before you were born, I knew you, na minimum. It's the kind of life Jeremiah is living now is known by God. Number two, what Jeremiah is being called at that particular time to fulfill, it has been predestined. It has been predetermined. It was the answer now better than Nimoja Tuano. I had appointed you as a prophet for the nation. And so there are some things you are fulfilling in your life. Shebra nyamede ma wo se oba asasi we no bra na ebebe fulfill, come and live that kind of a life. So the destiny becomes your ordained and your divine mission onyame suma wo dia suma wasasi that is your destiny. Jeremiah's destiny was that he was going to be a prophet for the nation. Now, on Shabreno, and he said, Obebabe Odifo, the Ama Omaya, a friend said, Omaya Israel. Temesa Kobil Biema, and po Apanfufro Nimono. There's an event in the Bible in John chapter 9 where Jesus Christ Koko 2 Obiana or Yare Nifraye. Anna. Suafo ni bisa nse enti we papa na ye boni ana because na nifra ye no ye de wo no ana o ma me na ye boni ana so onu ankasa boni means that let me teach you these deep things. This is very deep. I want you to take time. In a culture of the people of the Bible, they even believe that even in your birth you could sin. No mujidi sempo wa wo mumpokro na woda ya funu mumpokro no niema wo ye o ma me ye funu mu no can cause a disease bi ebetimi de yare bi aba enya o ma me mfum so na de yare ne ba enya o papa mfum so na de ba. But once you were in your mother's womb you are doing certain things bi aye boni bi eno na kofa yare bi di ama enti they think that say Mammy no betime ya boni ama so twen aba abofra so papa no betime ya boni ama so twen aba abofra na nkasa no mpokura no so betime ya boni ti ebe wo no no dia so twen bi na eba. And it was say your mammy na ye boni and papa na ye boni and answer or no na ye boni. But Jesus gives a very surprising answer to them that whatever this person is going through, no, enyane mame boni na enyane papa boni. Na emum said ye be onyankopon any monyambe dintia. So this person is destined to be born blind, And that is because onyankopon ahyehyɛ nimonyam bi a obenam ne so ada adidi ade akyere wiase. So to be born blind from birth is part of his destiny. It's part of his destiny. Eya ne hyebre ho. Nhyehyɛ a onyame ahyehyɛ de ama no se embeda di wona brabo na obebo wasase mu no eka ho se yenwo na nifraye mu. Eka ho bi se yenwo no anifraye. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 11, the last verse, I think that I'm ready to make us said I'm just hoping to do this within some short time. Said they started positivity na no. Na yenya da jibisa questions. I'll just read one last text for now. Well, Ephesians chapter 1 verse 11 or say, in him we were also chosen, having been predestined according to the plan of him who works out everything in conformity with the purpose of his will. And so Ephesians, Paul Ultra, Ephesians, said there's a plan. And God's plan, according to the will of God, is what determines the destiny of human beings. Onyame wo butaya kesiye pa bi da ho. Na sa onyame butaya pa na da ho no. Na efo Nyankopon pemu no. Eno enti na we have been predestined. And then I can use John chapter 9 to explain it well. And onyame a plan and say asuafo na nim no yebehu se na je nkwa oye Yesu Kristo no owotumi se obi a yawo na nifraye mu no otimi sane yare. That is the plan of God. That is the will of God. But John chapter 9 has a deeper message. I don't think I'm doing a normal expository sermon here, so I will leave it here. So it has everything to do with it. It summarizes the ministry of Jesus Christ. Trinity, John chapter 9, everything about Jesus Christ is in John chapter 9. And that is the plan of God, the will of God. So how God is summarizing the ministry of his Savior is the plan and the will of God. And this person has been predestined to be used. And I said that through him, that plan will be revealed. So if you read Ephesians chapter 1 verse 11 now, he's using the word say, having been predestined. But predestination is according to the plan and the will of God. Shebreno adie bia yahyehyɛ to but ejina wonyame tiri mopo satin mopo no so ejina wonyame epeso. So every destiny is good. Destiny shebre bia an shebre bia no wonyame wotiri mopo bi tan shebre nachi. Shebre bia an efu wonyame pemu na eba. Every destiny is to fulfill, is part of the plan of God, and it's coming out of the will of God. This is how the Bible puts it. But here, Wikipedia, a definition, or you see the word predetermined, or you see the word future. I don't see whether general or individual. So your destiny has a corporate dimension and an individualistic dimension. Onipa biana ya wo no sabi ya wo to abusuane mu abusuane wo hyebre. Ya wo to oman mu oman na wo hyebre. And one person so you have an individual role in that particular destiny. For example, Jeremiah Shenkombi say oman Israel kwankwasom Jeremiah chapter 11. Now, that simply means that after the nation has been taken into captivity, you are coming as part of the destiny of slavery. My Israelites now in Israel, in Egypt for over 400 years. So no, when they were in captivity, no, he came to fulfill the national destiny, no, sa shebrena, abeto mining in so no, abeto abusuane so no, abeto tribe ne so no, you become a partaker of that destiny. I don't know if we understand this point here. Yeah, 2 point here. And so destiny, has a corporate dimension to it, which is determined by the environment in which you were born. However, within that environment now, God was preparing somebody. All of them were slaves, but Aaron had been prepared. Moses say, I have appointed Aaron. So all of them, it is the destiny of the people at that time. Say almost but once all of them are part of the slavery, and I said the group there was one of them that had been prepared or no put a yin and said Emra onyame baba suma Moses or baba sini so na wababa kasama for the Moses. So say here, then you will have a corporate dimension to your destiny. But within the corporate dimension, you have an individual portion of that corporate destiny you are supposed to fulfill. Sasha Brenna, ya busiani nyina shabreno. Sasha Brenna, ya omaini nyina shabreno. Sasha Brenna, ya sabe kroni nyina shabreno. One kasansono. You have one aspect, a particular aspect of that destiny that you are supposed to fulfill. And so you have a portion to the corporate destiny, But you can say individual, there are some aspect of your individual destiny and you're related to the corporate destiny. There were never been so or once shebremu or and you're associated to the destiny of your family. And one kasansono. But onyankopon de sa shebre no so asomawa ode baba ya mua probably for people who are even outside their family. And for instance, say obaba ya lawyer o shebre no so nyame na de sa shebre ne ma no fulfill that destiny na. The people you are coming to see and now obaba bo mo no encophobia probably they don't belong to your family. So one aspect of your destiny, is to be the lawyer for the family, Nyame any abusuani wa pam nyame tiri mu pom no was say onyamra nimfo bi e wa abusuani mu. And gracious na ba beto so you are fulfilling that destiny. Sa pam onyame ni abusuani wo no, you have fulfilled it. But besides you as an individual, being used as an instrument to fulfill that covenant between God and the family, which has become the destiny of that family, one can also individual destiny being so when you person what the way. Probably even the other aspect of your individual destiny, also a big answer it will be tuned towards being used to help the nation in a way. And so you have your individual destiny, and I also form part of the general destiny, and I say the group destiny, and I say the family destiny. I don't know, sir, my introduction, if it is okay. And you belong to a corporate destiny, and you have an individualistic destiny. So destiny I shebre. And you teaching and person me they can when you open for discussion. So obi shebre to Mrs. Sana. And so there are things that happen to onipa a kata ne shebre so. So just as onyame di bibi trimu pobi di asoma wono. And you be one show ye be kata wo shebre ne so. ebema de onyame de asoma no ntimi mbam. Ebema de onyame asoma no ntimi mbam. And so in the Bible you see say enema bebre sisi ye obi ya wo no ana o ma me ne fa ya wo mu ana de abofra ne to Ben Oni, son of my pain. Na papa ne gina won si da bi menji ntum e wo mu se obai awo mu na wuwo de but ye de din tu abofra ne so e be sesa ne hyebre e di papa ne sesa abofra ne din e de ne to Benjamin, son of my right hand. Na sidan kanya mese tianti ngina ye ne drumra wasa onyame yi wo hene edema Israel for no. Remember abusuya na wasa nke yi wo hene from ye Judah. But na Judah ntimi ngina ye no. The next family omu ye ohene free mu so abusuya na Benjamin for no. Because per the orientation no, they have become the son of the right hand. Israel for na tiasia prekope. Maybe we'll talk about naming. So maybe there was any time now. It be a question time na paper. It's almost too dear. They look for your destiny. Almost you share sebre. The old papa ye once I see so. Now, it is very strange. Luke chapter 1, no, verse 65. Luke chapter 1, verse 65. I don't know if I can quickly read it. The neighbors were all filled with awe, and throughout the hill country of Judea, people were talking about all this. Everyone who heard this wondered about it, asking, what are they asking? What then is this child going to be? Zachariah woneba. Yantuni din say. Yampa busuani mudini enfama. Zachariah say yere se debi. Yade slate name as Zachariah. Okotredi okotro John. See din we de binia busuya we mu. Aya den onyame enam osofo panyi so de ne ba koto sadi. Atisa dia ene na dia important abofra yi ba be. So they named you according to your destiny. Because they knew that DNA battle so can cover your destiny. So they understood that sometimes we cover the destinies on your media somaye. And so they would not force to add any name, or more force so yeah, making sure say Papa no consent to a dinner, my many dema of friend. Because they understood that destiny could be covered. The Yabis say, Yabiso, ni dim ni yaw. Was so free ya muni ye de yin say no. Terra de sanga abehwe na watrema hiem. Wa mambo ni bi ankamea. Bible says Jabez was more honorable than all his brothers. That prayer took away the veil from his destiny. Because his destiny was supposed to be an honorable person. But yawo ma me fa mu ni din a ye de to ne so no. Na ba ba yen katasuo bi e de akata ne shebre ne so. So your destinies may be covered. Sometimes you just need to unveil the covering no. So that by your destiny no ebebem. Akojo we have 20 minutes. Maminka sa same way. Let's go a little bit into culture. I mean, stress at the MBM for questions. Akojo yeah, but yeah, a mamre mu a kamfo bi before mamre mu na. We think say your idea be say there are two things that happen and some nipa abasasi we so. This one is not the biblical position that I'm talking about. I'm talking about deep traditional African understanding. So just as Obronini which is destiny, predestined, predetermined, before NTSN say, Onipa ba asasi we so oni otufo nyankopon tenase di nkomo. Tinanampadu ye nyumbi. Ose abofra bi oba ose media meba meji me yakoda bone sa na yekume. Samuel say me akoda bone na say me ma me ankumi a because nsuo ho a mema wo aka me na wo akumi. That is a traditional African understanding of how a person enters the world. Now, Sentino, yea, before you can't destiny a chimum you. Kojompacho tie me. Me say I'm going as slow as I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Etia before no, you can't destiny a chimum you know. Your friend bibi say shebre, and your friend bibi say enkrabia. And so just as the Western culture will just call it destiny and will assume that it is a predetermined missioner. In a typical African setting, we believe that it is a negotiation that a man begins to have with his God. And in that negotiation, God alters the mission. Eka shebrene di chiro nipa no. Now nipa no so akra ni nyankopon. And yasem to obi a yesi obi kra ni nyankopon no obi nyina ho.
So
the typical African understanding of this destiny ne say ya wodi onyame dia soma wa sha wo se come and fulfill it. But what je wo shebre wi a wo so wo kra to the extent typical African understanding gidi se kwan ya wo be fa so awuo mpokra oba akra oba ware no emofra dodo awubenya ene ade nyina no eka won krab ya won say there wo si kra wo nyankopon, because you have taken a mission upon yourself. Nyame say we na ode asoma me dia ene ya mekwa me susu no me pese me yo sikani o me susu no me pese me ko fri abusua omo wu bebre na me so me wu bebre me so me pese me yese me so me pese me yese me so me pese me jimani pa. So that is the understanding, the African understanding of destiny. It comes in two parts. Your mission when you made suma waya was shebreno, and then one crabian. And so for the typical African understanding, no, shebre cannot be changed. It cannot be covered. So what normally changes is an crabia. Shebre yen she ayadia toso. Nkrabia no eyen komodia wo ne onyame di a wo de kra no ti me kra onyame se me ba asase we su a me pese me ye osikani barabusuafo sabi omo wani boni no ehu san krabia na omo adane dane wa kwan to the extent say san krabia no entime mbam. But even though san krabia no embam no shebre ne de it will be fulfilled because a nunti do nyamema will quite say prasasa ways. And so that is the little difference when we are talking from an African perspective, when we talk about destiny. So from the African perspective, now we have two ways. We have the mission God is sending you with, and we have the kind of role, the kind of person you want to be, and you communicate that to your God before you come. But that not too depends on how you live your life to fulfill that role now. Or say we cry or the bas and say we so. I hope say metimi be any many kakra. And I just hope say we can use this 15 minutes and to have a fruitful discussion. Now say mrekra amana say betimi ato aso next week rana. I think it's good for us.
yeah. Yo, yeah, that's a brave. Sabre made in Chaka Sebama, a year Obi Biara when you're a marine more of a kind of home. Message as always, but more than answer by share video. Reverend, I think, sir, Wakasabe Brave. Sounds now would and so more comments and more questions are welcome to with me at the comment and more questions about Shebre from the African way, Shebre. Shebreno, it cannot be altered. Sanity.
That is the African understanding. Yeah.
The African understanding. Okay. Indeed. And we believe we say, I don't know, Eradina, Edimayana.
And only why you were allowed to come on earth.
Okay. Just a question, you know, say, can there be a bad shepherd?
Bad, you know. And I make us say, when we are talking as Christians, our understanding of bad is different from the African traditional understanding of bad. For them, you know, so nipa aye bayifo in the African traditional understanding, no, baye ye obi a ne shebre ye, de oba ye.
Okay.
Me kwa what you are saying. The baye or cry ye into oba ye. Eti wanya honhom a afoforo ni bi. Otimede born in ma ho ban wo honhom. And so in a typical traditional African understanding, no. So if somebody is a witcher or be a bayer, he was supposed to use it to protect. It's where the name I baye di nechiu. But you say. So that is how the concept of baye is. But then it becomes a different thing. Now, if you know the kumnima or the yebibi, then your friend is said, or your black witch or your bayi tuntum. Bayi tuntum nature say bayi ne di anka ya depa. On say asante focus ye wo bayi fita ne wo bayi tuntum. But wama ebia enam we nipa nam we aba be fra achede ye bayi na anka de man. I want to be very neutral and talk like a teacher now. If I need to talk as a pastor, I will come in. So, and so that is how the African sees these things. It's far different from the Christian understanding of destiny.
Okay. Yeah, that's maybe a best say oh question ubet me at the ababi been I want to say about destiny na ubet me about bisa. Adeba konso ana during o kase mono. How can one identify their destiny?
How you can identify your
destiny? Because okay. Maybe I say obi wo honomo or honomo obeka say oh mi so we mu ana asai mi so we mu ana asai mi so we mu ana asai inti ofo say nen krabia no enye. That is why I'm asking that inti ebe den na obi atimi identify the destiny.
Sure. I think that said a midi can say we belong to a corporate world. We are to abusu anymore. And one thing about abusu say who are to an environment where the family is fulfilling a kind of destiny. So automatically if you take time no now we share be a air abusu anymore that you know that this is the destiny and I say we ni abusu shebra mababetum. But there are two different people in the family, no. There are people who say abusuan their sanity. And another person who says, what can I do differently? So anybody, the traditional understanding, they say, Nipana o timinya nyansa nya adwunekas dear ben na mesu metimi aya stronko no. Ono no kura nkrabia foforo bi. Nkrabia foforo ne say abusua na wawo matum ne shebre ni de nanso me kraw ne say me kwa ma menimra me hoso na mintimi mbɔ me hoso na mintimi frisa abusua shebre ni mu. So the typical traditional understanding no will put it into the nkrabia. But I think that one of the very the most important thing is about information. Next, I don't know, destiny now. Next, we could talk about information. When you sit down and to know this is the flow of life. Say na abrabo eko. Yemo bebre de ana time na many osofu bi kasa na me ka che ne say na or catch what is a newly commissioned person. Na many need nkomo na mka so obi to me fo bi amboa me in a way na but many nyamidi hon komona wuchon for you be great chiremi. Nana make a chiremi say who sisua. You can do business, you can build a house. I told you if the money you are spending in building the house, you know, obiti obeka se wajimi. Skawe ka adi ko share business we mo and ka obo say and ka obenya profit mebo. Obi nso di ska ko share investment mu ama investment na collapse. Then I told him, say, most of the time, talk to your God. And then see your friend, a Jumaya your friend. That is what I told him. And it's one revelation beyond Yamida and Yamisheme. And you will be beyond a discussion then see me bit me a conkai. But Sani Panisika no the share business more than say a conkai. Because said the Onyame na bosu city and how God created him no. His spirit, yields more to investment. It was not or investment. He easily gets business ideas. But will sit down he some other person will easily get the supporter. Obey him and they sit down. It is what the worship break or to a full from one. Opens obey a big mistake. A big mistake. A dear piano who a siwa kuma so person a fret. It's a calling. It's part of your destiny. A shabre. It's not somebody earns more than you earn. But a dear be out this kakiti bayano. Obi benyes kakasi or the besheme beshe. Anya fry dear friend no. So you need to communicate to yourself, no, and understand, say, what kind of spirit in your media cramming? How do I communicate with people? And this particular thing I made sure has to say, my brother gave me the root, may brother yourself wherever my team. No, catch me, tell me, when I think the SS time, VSS, now I started working now. Or two my dreams, I thought there be a courses I hear was school crown. The mobile war, and I am mature enough, and I see this issue of destiny and in crab yas here. And of course, we were crank when you throw moja also for your nest. A quadrate there, Major say.
Yeah.
Who's throw moja? Also for your nest. So you need to communicate to your inner man, no? And understand the kind of spirit when you're making many war. Your inner nature, you're making many war. So if you understand the inner nature, you're making many war, it helps you to appreciate what you can do and what you cannot do.
Okay, thank you so much. I think Parker see the question about say, what can I do to protect my destiny?
What you can do to protect your destiny. And I say, well, Shabrena, understand, say, I want to talk from an African person, African. So I want us to understand that the Shabro Nyamedia Somawo. Brababeye. The first thing is to understand that you are on a mission. Yam patuango share ye patu. And I think that is one of the greatest problems where we talk about destiny. Some people think, say, and I'm saying, John chapter 9. This man may be old, maybe after 30 years, minimum when Jesus encountered this man. Because your mommy, your bonnie, your papa, your bonnie. But Jesus said that this blindness is also for a reason. And so the moment you give up and you stop searching for the reality of your call, you have given up. So the most important thing every human being should be doing and should be asking himself, why am I here? And that is what will help you to understand your destiny. And if you understand the why, you have the will to protect it. I don't know if a purpose question or here. So no matter what you do, until you come to understand the why, it will be difficult for you to protect it. Let me give you an example in the Bible. Jeremiah Shem comes on mine for say 70 years, maybe. Daniel, in the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 2, was it when I understood by the books that we overstayed the number of years we're supposed to be in captivity. I, Daniel, applied myself to fasting and prayers. Or Tiwano, that wouldn't even say you want to Kwasumu. Yamian to say, Baba, say a minister, an answer mechanism, or no shabre a quonkai at the man. But a king can woman who said, no, we are not fulfilling our destiny. Because here, Nananoman, 70 years before, they were supposed to be in slavery. But after 70 years, we are not supposed to be in slavery. It's not part of our destiny. So once you understand the why, at this particular time, when you know the why, it gives you the energy to want to protect the why. The will not come until you know that God has a positive purpose for you. So look for the destiny. Understand that there's a good reason why God created you, a good reason why God has brought you here. And once you understand, have that understanding, that is when you have the energy to want to protect it.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit. I think, sir, Sunday, another question by or say, Daddy, please, how can one destiny be fulfilled?
Okay. And the destiny, no, America says fulfillment of the destiny, no, it's very difficult for me to generalize it because destiny beyond demands. I say destiny be what it needs academic training. Destiny be what it needs a fee entity be. Destiny be what it has some connections be. And so the good thing, and I said the only answer that can be generalized to answer a shadow question, no, is to ask the source of your destiny, no, which is God. Talk to him. Talk to him. He will reveal it to you. He will reveal it to you. Or better than the talk to him. But there are some problems. Would you take Remu pen so a bad thing? So ubet me appear free. So start praying about your destiny as early as possible.
Okay, I think so. Once again, is it good to hide your destiny from other people until accomplishing it?
Your destiny is not a platform for you to publish. Sabi, Woshabre is something that God has given to you for you to identify and fulfill, not to publish. Can I say? So, for instance, Joseph, he started publishing it. And Americans say, oh, yeah, mistake of publishing, but those are Shabre ni bem. And nothing as for GD said, Woshabre ni means but on crab yanity means that is where the traditional understanding comes from. Okay. Then no matter your mistakes, but on crab yanity, but however it links to the biblical account, that is not what we are doing here. And for there may person me chunwa dwinsi sunyina and say, shabre so betimi akata. Ye betimi akata wa shabre so it is biblical. So please be careful who you are sharing your discovered destiny with, your inner feeling with. Sometimes too, the people you are sharing that inner feeling with, no, they will be the people to connect you to your destiny. And to Joseph, it was good that those two, no, saw him as an interpreter of dreams. And he said, who said, there is part of his destiny to interpret dreams. And Koko Hinini Fieno, Anka Yepo Biaba Chreda Sonas, and call my young friend Joseph. So their destiny connectors to those people, no, by the inspiration of the spirit. No, sometimes your destiny has to be revealed to them. They know what you are able to do, what you can do. Then they will connect you to your destiny. There's somebody called Sheba in the Bible. One of them ever found Mephibosheth, a free few. I say, me name Jonathan, baby. I know, say, or your Hineba Ofrebusu. He doesn't deserve to be living with Maki. Then they want to bring. So sometimes there are people in your life, God brings them as destiny connectors. You need to know the spirit so that you know which people are there to connect you to your destiny. So that you don't just open your desk, broadcast it, and let every demon know what God wants to fulfill in your life.
Yo, yeah, that's bebre. I think, sir, I don't know. So you bet me as I go through na at me abua ama omo join this year. Like any question they have in connection with destiny, no? Like anka omo bet me be prepare be not just say omo de aba.
Yeah.
Me way back when I say unsa ebia who can say be ye with the protection sane manema no. Edu baby I me feel say ya wan crofo bi wo hono due to laziness and also because of laziness in tino. Oma ya ma bibia ba betina abusua ni mu anase efie honom ama na yete say eyen krabia but ebia na enyen krabia because of omo ankasa no say omo fight it.
I'm on fight.
And at that fight,
So that is where the understanding of this corporate destiny comes in. No, I then I say busuani mu a fight na no mu ne ekwawo wotoye. You could have been born to another family or you're that lazy and they are successful. In particular, yes, yeah, who do see so I won't get anything yet. Then it will come back to the understanding of the African traditional religion. Say, I want crabia. Well, baby, I'm person Michelle Nicosino. It's a young crabia to belong to that family that is lazy in the way they do things, you know. But Wobinsu be PSA anymore. Then that person stands out and make a difference. Then they will say, and then they will say, it becomes the light of that family.
Because it do baby or honma with me who said, but especially with more positivity programs I now washa bibi or ha I nipa no and accessible how we take him move no because we are just said I can see destiny connector see never think says a wusha will fear the connector is going to come home and connect with you. Woman na say be a wo out there. Your effort will link you to a connector be. Then that through that connector no ubetimi achieve ubi but edu ba bia utimi ehunu niam bia asobu on ma bia won pushi I just say or you relax ebetome ana abetome
sure
and you won kofo
yeah you have brought everything back to where we are going through. Why is this topic necessary for team positivity? But what did they make an answer?
Yeah.
I think that doctor, one Nigerian woman be preaching there's a funky something. Or say it is true that all fingers are not the same, but why should yours be the shortest? Because what did they make an answer?
Yeah.
It is true that all fingers are not the same, but it doesn't mean that yours should be the shortest. At least if yours is not the longest, it should not be the shortest.
The shortest.
That is why team positivity needs to understand these issues of destiny. That is the family you have been born to, you have been born into. But doesn't mean that you become the worst of that family. See positivity in that. See yourself, say, at least let me try. Maybe God wanted me to be the light in that particular destiny. And so the fact that you have been born into a particular corporate destiny, that doesn't promote well-being. Doesn't mean that you should accept and sit there. No. And quarter 4 million nego. Ana omusu. Yebewu kwata kwa gusi debi yetena ha yebewu. Ye konso yebewu. Eye better see ye be koni ye be kwa kowu because ye kono omochi what the benye aduane adi. So somebody saw positivity even in the realm of pain, no? And they took the steps, and it became the greatest step when Yamenam Sudiji Samaria for. So team positivity, if we are talking about destiny, we are not talking about it, say, ube blaming everything on your destiny. This is where we are channeling it towards. Say, see yourself no matter what you have been born into. And I'm actually say, even though you have been born into a corporate destiny, it seems that something be abaya busuane shebre, abusuane krabia, amaniema nkoye. But I have also explained that even though you belong to that corporate destiny, in that corporate destiny, you have an individual destiny you need to be seeking to fulfill. That may be the light of that family, you know. So if you disappoint yourself, you have disappointed the entire family.
Okay. Well, wait there, one last one. From this scenario, then it means that through somebody, one person, you know, a corporate destiny can be changed.
Can be changed, yeah.
It can be changed. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And God has an escape plan for every family. Because you have to say typical question, Bio. Do you know that Numbers chapter 23? There's a principle there. There's something you do. What was what a dun timimbo. This is basic. It's in the Bible. Numbers chapter 23. It is there. And Nipa nyam yede ngugu ne so no. He went to sleep with a prostitute. And you read from Perez mo babesi your friend is saying ebesi David so you realize say sa nipa na ofri Juda busuemu na okobo sa adwaman no ka ye Juda na ankasa no na want to aso enkron Jesse the time of Israel epe ohene no na Juda na omuntua enwie. That is why God bypassed Judah and went to Benjamin to get a king. So the 8th generation after Judah no, is David. The 10th generation is David. And son of David,
okay.
And sometimes whatever you are doing, no, it means you are so much money in so. It was a very difficult say Jesse Beba Bedia there because my grandfather no Judah no. Or need German phone crocodile, no. Per the rule in Numbers chapter 23, no. Mint me Katrina no day, Kakranti, me person, but okay, I be who.
No,
wasn't how
my quotation. But my quotation, baby, not just
look for it then, yeah. And that is the scenario, and it affects generations. It affects generations. But
okay. Pakwasi, another question about say, can someone seize your destiny and encourage you on that place?
Can someone see your destiny? Somebody can see your destiny. Say, onipa say ohun destiny. Me what I say. For instance, somebody with a prophetic gift, can see giftings in you. That may not be your destiny. Eti obehu aduma chedie bi wo mu. Obehu ofre bi da wa brabo so. So once you accept it, say, oh, they are so winning me ayampa. That you look at your inner man and see, oh, that is true. That is connected to who I am supposed to be. And so what people see, is not your destiny. It may be the same things of your destiny, but what people see on you, are gifts, talents. Some things are a bit hidden. So they point you to those things, or you take those things serious, then your actual destiny can be born out of those gifts.
Yeah. Okay. Unse aya ye tight se ebia abusuan bi wo ho manase ye setete no na abusuan bi wo ho no mo kokogye old age some benyini beche omo memmene niam bi ene niam bi sa
Yeah.
ene bi so I yes omo benya sika enti those things no will we say it's part of the destiny and I say I don't know the obin krabia ne se ebia sa na se oyede ma nabusuana. I don't know
So,
sir the questions are okay.
and I make an answer. Some of the things we are doing, no, we are we are covering some things.
Okay.
So near the covering, biaba keta kata kata yan inchima eshabres, Deuteronomy chapter 23. Sorry. So it was not Numbers, Deuteronomy chapter 23.
Deuteronomy 23, okay.
Yeah, verse 1. We do those things, Now introduce you a no beka se begi tuntum. Tinipano anka or too much a debi uncle timidia bibi. I feel bibi no the yen negatively. Ni ababe friend begi tuntum because whom be ababe gurabusu anima F fight is and the gift is there. The gift is there. It will go over hunama hunting. Yami the hunama hunting the man is and confirm so busu one. I feel no the boom my work busu anymore. Some hunama hunting one year training be no natural yami. I actually been and yami. God has a good purpose for it. But when there's that blackened in side no the year the negative no.
Okay. Yeah, that's bebre. I think sir we the wish sir you best sign at was biom. So they are a tier for ne ahwefo so on bet me a day questions and any ba na mesra sɛ saa bere sɛ wo so na wotia na ene kyerɛkyerɛ anaasɛ na dwumadie w'ani gye ho a mesra sɛ ma me thumbs up anaasɛ just say hi. Yeah, bibi na mintimi hu sɛ you guys are really enjoying the program no nti. The bɛka nyinaa no sɛ yɛda mase bebree and I think sɛ Reverend ene yɛagye wo mmere paa. Sɛdeɛ ade asa no Bia yedi ABC Hanum, yes, and for my thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. Yadamasi. That shows say a program no money. I just more YouTube or more so I will say more like it, yes. Okay. Josephine Parkwesi. Yeah, that shows that you guys are really enjoying the programs. Yeah, best say next week. At least we know say next week Reverend Bessan Bosubio about destiny. Any questions surrounding destiny? Inti be any honor. Mama yanko prepare questions. At least yeah, background yeah, the best five questions babe uremua, including me. Yeah, the babe uremua. At the channel, like in church channel, a bit me be maybe because questions no any a tricky maybe deba. Inti no sooner a boy with positivity near man because obu ho no what the near be a shiny trim say ye de bia ye de ebusian de sao enti amano waye mo because obu krat me gas ye ebusian mu de do this month one hwe ya yesi a obetimi anya aseda na so obi betimi apra obi timi ka say ye ebusian mu de yan ware o say bia wo wansa just so many issues but I think say your those questions in any man else the bar and no beboa ma yetimi atene ma bi ase ne engineer ma bi ento ye ho so say sa na TNT enti when it comes to that then it means that corporate way the no e ba besesa no enti that makes us part of team positivity and I think that is the main purpose of the program. Reverend we dey medina a tier for any ahwefo nyina anamu na kyese madiasa inimsa adiasa nanso yehudonti na adwada bia wonya emre ebeka ye ho atiefo ne ahwefo yeda masese ene anwumre nso munya amre eba beka ye ho de yeka nyina se videos no bebre o de just imagine say ye program yi 1 year and every week every Monday bia eba o the old ones no kra mesere se kokohwe because over fan yema bebre edi afim a ebetimi ebebo anti reverend ye kan nyansa rade in shop na nimdie no ne nyansa no enye kase na wotwesene de san wo ho bia no watimi dia brain atiefo ye be sese momenko prepare your questions na next week ye ba yetimi ebisa otoa so kakra na chese yetimi ebisa any question bia surrounding a destiny any bibia bi okan bi a yanti ase ne ne manema sa no mama yemfa branch reverend we die the mekanya say o last message a odi betwa yeto
Koju, Yami Adamu next week, I'll just try say may recap kakra. Now we'll do the destiny. Because questions and then ma bebre. But the next week, we'll just do a recap. Then I'll talk about naming parts, maybe like 10 minutes be now. It may be na question Koju more 10 years in.
Oh, congratulations.
For Wesley Methodist. We need the congrats, we need everything, and we thank God for His grace. That is the program there. But Abusian, for all fingers are not the same, but yours should not be the shortest. All fingers are not the same, but yours should not be the shortest.
Should not be the shortest.
You've been born into an environment. There's even in two devils, and there is a better devil. You need to try as much as possible so you don't be below in that environment where certain things are covering the destiny. Be the light of that environment, and you break through. Have a positive mentality. Say, mimi momutie. Say, sana niyama nyine ko wabusuya we I can't be different. I may be that person to rescue the family from that destiny. What the SARS share with Remobia, then there's a call within you that is trying to come out. Amen. I'm also because it's Sabusiano and Crabia, then Amen. I'm also Bema or Himby, LPO environment now, or do I PM Ghana near Bofra, could you over crass you when you're 8 A's? 8 A's. Anna, of my Penny scholarship. I don't know if you know the story. It is in the news today. Man scholarship of 4 years. He has started getting 100%. 100% to him. I think all UK they say, of course, school at the end of the semester, course when you're 100%, May semester when you're 100%, the final exams when you're 100%. So in the village, so he's changing the discourse of the family. You can bring that change. Have the positive mentality. If you think positive, speak positive, work positive, you always achieve positive results. God bless you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a brain. Tis already at here for a month and can as someone who be a man, not just here the Jimediano ever a yes. I bray. Yeah, there's a Sebema a year boa for a KT mobile, so then keeping technology affordable sounds near the Bema a Apex 10. Or say making farming sexy again. A command models designs. So upper bow ties, lapels. Any fashionable stuff be not just a models designs ever at the mount. Sounds na happy hour snacks. Yada must be free. Sounds near jumps. Watch out for Afro Corner apps, especially those in the US. And very soon that app can also be transferred to anywhere in the world. A marketing app and also like a delivery app as well. And people can just hop on it just to be a delivery drivers. And also people with businesses that need the services of delivery can also hop on there. Indeed, there can be so many things going on there. So watch out for a Afro Corner. Thanks so much on the various app stores. It must be brave. Abribia Munya Emre at the MIN. Tis already a digimediano eba every year. KTA Mobile, keeping technology affordable.
I wanna share with you, and you can share with me. Come, let's share together. Oh, KTA Mobile, KTA
Ghana fue yedie na bayo yedie na bay Epestin fertilizer booster purely organic efrasa simu ene de massase no obade ensa no pe na menu akayo se wudro bia nim enti se ode yafu a anya ade aduaba no anase wo a wudi no benya soso bia na chese be ma kwaye aye decoration kane no a ebe fa na tuma pa ede afra na de ma Epestin edan so kra ne se enema no wadua na ewuwo na flowers ne aduaba na etiti guodo agya wadwo a se wudi Epestin kanu a ene tese magic no ebe ye prom fe na aso aba bebre ahwadi mu pa eti se no kuafo ebenye sika ene anigye awo mabra bomu a na otimi se enya sam keto akra Epestin e mammo piafo apanifo monfrɛ ahoman na monje nkyiremu ya ehye medie 0552 505723 ana plus 160 922 78043 Epestin fertilizer booster piao mama fi adwuma ayane kapa